television was because, if you remember, when that fight started, the first thing that happened was T-Rex lunged at that Spinosaurus and grabbed it by the throat. If anybody that was still remembers the watch Jurassic Park 3. He grabbed it by the throat. Now, in any reasonable presentation of two carnivorous animals in combat, people that know pit bulls, people that know lions, alligators, when a carnivorous animal grabs its victim by the throat, it doesn't let go.
You're done. You're drowning on your blood.
You are done. It is going to hold on until you rip your own throat out trying to get it pull away from it. That's what happens. Because of I don't know. Now, T-Rex, you would think he could sign a better contract than this in a dinosaur-based movie. I don't know. Was it in T-Rex's contract he had to let this stupid thing go?
I don't know. I think he needs to go back to the movie Carnosaurs. There he was heavily recommended, and he was still the top of the food chain.
Yeah.
Yes, I said Carnosaurs, folks. If you ever watched that movie, I'm sorry. I really am sorry.
Yes, we apologize for even mentioning that movie or any of its sequels on this show.
Remember the cover to that? It showed like a T-Rex eating this hot chick in the background. Like, I remember flipping over the VHS. Now, yes, this is aging myself, and seeing that picture there saying, man, I really want to see that hot chick get eaten by the T-Rex. It never happened. False flipping advertisement to the max. And I think I'm going to sue him.
I think you should. But the point is that at least that movie gave Tyrannosaurus Rex the prestige it deserved as, the master predator.
Right, and eating hot blondes where they deserve to be in a T-Rex's mouth.
Right. We're going to stop right there, Chuckles, because I can see you're becoming aroused, and I don't want anything more to happen in this studio on my show than has happened so far.
Well, when he's done with it, technically whatever half's left, I get
you. That's
right.
I knew we were going there. That's why you spend a lot of you've taken several junkets to the African safaris, haven't you?
I might have.
Yeah, and you pay particular attention when you hear about a lion savaging one of those African pygmy women, don't you?
Oh, man, do I. Then I have two women that I'm with. It's like I'm cheating, but I'm not.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Tony Jones, break to some music right now. Right now, let's go to Burial's Blade from The Sword here on the Haunted Cabaret on Rhode Island Free Radio. We're back. That was Alice Cooper, Long Way to Go, in what I won't say it's my favorite Alice Cooper album because there's a few there in the running, but definitely one of them. Definitely one of them. That was Love It to Death. That was the name of that album, right, Chuckles?
Very good album. Not one of my favorites, but very good. Still bigger fan of From the Inside, but I did like Love It to Death.
Yeah, because I like that track. I'm 18 is on there, and I'll tell you, the Ballad of Dwight Fry, which I'm going to have to. It's a long one. That's why I haven't put it on the show recently, but that's one of my favorite Alice Cooper songs right there. The Ballad of Dwight Fry.
That is incredible. However, do not ever listen to Pretty for You, or
right, and that comes from probably the biggest Alice Cooper fan on the East Coast.
Yeah, that is horrible.
You can trust him on this.
Or Live in Toronto. That one was horrible too.
And even Easy Action. I mean, which has, it's got a couple of signs of promise for the future, but no, you really want to start off with Alice Cooper after the, what would you say? Well, Killers was in full bloom.
Killers, definitely.
Love It to Death, probably. I mean, that's where you want to start Alice Cooper, right?
That's where he saw. I think he started his big jump. And Killers is definitely one. School's Out. Can't take it away from that. That one's horrible. That one was not horrible. It was great. But his first couple albums, I heard a rumor he did it on purpose to make the stuff horrible. Working with Frank Zappa. I mean, they had a thing to chase people out of the crowd. Like, who had the worst stage performance that could scare people out of there the quickest?
That's interesting, but I don't think that's a joke they would have let go for 2 albums.
No.
I don't think so. I mean, I think what happened is that it was, well, not having been there and being separated from it by decades, I think what might have happened is it was just 2 creative people that clashed.
No, what happened? Like, because even if you go into his earlier stuff, Alice Cooper, or Vincent Fournier, if you would say, when he started in high school, he had a band project called the Earwigs.
Right.
And that was very Beatles-ish. It was very similar to Beatles. It had a couple of songs that were similar to Elvis. And then the Pretty for You's comes out, and it's like, the man's talented. Why did you put out that?
Well, like I said, I think it might have been the influence, of another very talented guy, Frank Zappa. I mean, he's put out a lot of great stuff, but I think it was just a combination of, like, the 2 of them had something in mind, kind of like when Andy Warhol produced Lou Reed.
Yeah.
And tried to turn Lou Reed into David Bowie type of. Sometimes you get 2 creative forces, 2 creative people, and they just don't match up. They just don't.
I think it had a lot to do with the creativity of alcohol that was introduced into his life that was helping him with that one.
Well, the other thing that was introduced into his life was now, you might know this better than me. What was his backing band in those horrible studio efforts, those first 2 albums?
It was
Was it the same crew that worked with him on Love It to Death?
Yeah, right up to, I think, about School's Out, and then they took off because they were getting tired of Alice, shadowing them. Just like Spinosaurus now shadows T-Rex, and I don't agree with that.
Right. No, but I think, if I remember the Alice Cooper Band also, the Alice Cooper Band was a case kind of like almost, and I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way, but it was kind of like the band The Monkees or the Ramones, a band that could hardly play their instruments. Like, they literally couldn't. Alice Cooper had some kind of a voice right from the beginning. The rest of his band could barely play their instruments.
And
but they got determined.
Right.
And, and in other words, like, to their credit, they got really good really fast.
But I can even prove it. They're still horrible. I mean, they have a mixture with this group called, from one of your favorites, Blue Oyster Cult. They have a group called Blue Coupe.
And I don't want to hear it. I've managed to avoid hearing that, and I don't want to because I can just imagine.
One of our friends introduced this. Lisa Gorley, you're out there. You're listening. She said, you have to book these guys on your show. First of all,
Blue Coupe.
Yeah, Blue Coupe. First of all, they were $5,000. Second of all, they were horrible. You would have to pay me $5,000 to play on my show. No, never.
Because now from the original Alice Cooper Band, it was. All right, I just blanked on it.
I can't remember. I got to be out there. You guys are going to shoot me. I don't remember all the rest of the lineup because truly, Alice Cooper does shadow them out. It's just like when Marilyn Manson's upstage. Do you know any of the other guys up there?
Right, and I know Blue Oyster Cult. Whenever Blue Oyster Cult is not playing together as the original lineup, they seem to break into 2 factions. There's a really good faction, Buck Dharma, the guitarist, and then there's the other faction of the Buchard brothers, who basically can't do anything on their own except suck. And they always seem to, they borrow the Blue Oyster Cult name. Blue Oyster Cult Presents is usually how they pronounce it, how they promote it. And then you get stuff like Blue Coupe.
And it's bad. Listeners, if you're out there, you want to listen to it, that's fine. But I'm telling you.
We're not telling you don't, but we're telling you don't.
It is America. We have the right to say something sucks. So if you don't like it, tough.
All right, let's listen to something that doesn't suck to get the bad taste of Blue Coupe out of our thoughts here. Let's go with, how about Angel Corpse doing a cover of Iron Maiden? Doesn't get better than that. Let's listen to some Genghis Khan here on the Haunted Cabaret on Rhode Island Free Radio. That was